Good morning, welcome back to another vlog. I thought I would film today because I'm doing something a little bit different. Most of my days are usually spent like sleeping and not doing very much, but today I've got something a bit different on, so I thought I might as well film it. I am going up to London. I'm going by myself, which I'm slightly nervous about. I've managed it once before, so I'm kind of just telling myself like I've done it before, I can do it again, and we've mapped out the route and everything that I have to do, so fingers crossed it will be okay. But basically I'm meeting my friend Lydia and we are going to a Disney thing called the Disney Wonder of Friendship experience event. I don't know what you call it really. I think it's just like a thing that you walk through, and it's got different rooms based on like different Disney friendships, and then it's got sort of photo opportunities and things in it. Not really sure, we'll see when we get there, but yeah, I thought it might be fun to film. We're going to go out for dinner afterwards, or lunch, sorry, late lunch, and yeah, thought we would take you with us and show you what it's all about. I think it's in London for not very much longer, but I think it goes to like other places in the country, so I will let you know later so that I can find out where it's going and stuff, in case you're interested in going along. I'm going to go and get some breakfast now, and then my dad's going to take me to the station, so yeah, let's go. So I've got to Waterloo. This morning is just not going very well. I was driving to the station with my dad, and I realised that I'd printed the tickets out at home and had left them on the printer. I have got them on my phone, so I'm just hoping that those will be okay. What else happened? Oh, I was going to bring my like Mickey ears to wear, and realised that I'd left those at home as well. And then I got on the train and I was like, oh, I'll charge my phone up because I know that I'm going to use it when we go like to the Disney thing, and I want to make sure it's like fully charged. So I went to use my charging block, which is new, I've never used it before, and I found that the cable didn't fit. So I texted my dad and I was like, oh, the cable doesn't fit on my, like, in my iPhone for the charging block, and he's like, yeah, that's because that's the cable to charge the charging block with. And I was just like, oh, how was I meant to know that? So I've just had to go to somewhere, a little place at Waterloo, and buy a lightning cable, which was ridiculously expensive, but needs must. So like, oh, it's just one of those things. But anyway, I am just going to go to the loo, get myself sorted, and then head over to meet Lydia. Hopefully I can find her, and then go over to the Disney thing. So I've come into Starbucks for a bit because Lydia's train is currently stuck. I'm just keeping everything crossed she can get here, otherwise I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But I've got myself a mango dragon fruit refresher, and I'm going to sit and read my book for a bit. I'm not in Starbucks anymore. I have taken a bus and I'm now outside the theatre for Frozen. We decided that that's where we were going to meet because it made things easier because we both knew where it was, and it's relatively close to where we're going. The Disney thing is on the Strand, so it's kind of just like the opposite direction. So I'm just waiting here now for Lydia. Her train is hopefully going, and yeah, I'm just going to hang around here now until she gets here. Finally found Lydia. We got there. Right, we're just heading down now to find where we're going, and hopefully they'll still let us in. We're a little bit late, but not too bad. Right, we found where we're meant to be going. Wonder of Friendship experience. It is at 180 the Strand. I'm just going to see if we can actually still get in.
Disney has whisked us away into wondrous new worlds, told us stories that made our imagination soar, and showed us that no two friendships are the same. Every connection is unique, and that's exactly what we're here to celebrate. Today, we're joining some of Disney's most iconic pals on a magically immersive adventure to celebrate the wonder of your friendship. So get ready to tumble down the rabbit hole. Then side by side, you'll journey through the sights, scents, and sounds. Come and explore the wonder of your friendship. Celebrate the connections you share, and discover how when you come together, you have the power to light up the world. Welcome to Disney's Wonder of Friendship, the experience. Are you ready to unlock the wonder of your friendship?
Are you ready to unlock the wonder of your friendship, guys?
Yeah. Close enough to do it. Really slow. I can't get close enough. Oh, it smells like... I can't really show it. It smells like chocolate. It's bread and butterflies in the sky. Look at the tree. Thank you very much.
Hello, come on in.
Oh, hello.
How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
It's a little bit hazy in here because we're about to go through the haze maze.
Ooh.
So, you're going to stick together, keep each other close, keep an eye out for the characters as you're going through.
It's like going to heaven.
You better find your way, follow the characters until you find the right pattern.
Oh my goodness.
Let's get through here quickly. Really?
Hang on.
Quick! I can't even see it.
I'm coming.
Oh, God's sake.
Is that the door?
Hello, you made it through.
Hey Lydia and friends. Our friendship is more planned to perfection or spontaneous adventures. Yeah. The adventure continues, spontaneous adventures.
Perfect.
Lydia and friends. As a friendship, we're never apart, there when it matters. There when it matters, I think. Lion King. Right, we have finished the Disney experience. I'll talk to you more about that later, and we're now trying to find the restaurant. We're going to Gino De Campo's restaurant apparently, which I think is down here. Oh yeah, it's this one here. Just coming up to it now. Luciano? Gino De Campo. It's an Italian. So this is where we're having our lunch.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife.
So we've just finished our lunch. It was very nice. Mine was a huge portion. I ate some and it didn't even look like I'd eaten any. I felt kind of guilty. It was very nice, but yeah, I just felt really bad because I couldn't eat much. And then I needed the toilet and they said, yeah, we've got a disabled toilet, and they opened the door and I was like, you had to go into like this little corridor and then into like this cubicle, and I just thought there was no way I'm going to get into that. I tried, and I kind of got stuck halfway in and I was like, oh my god, and I couldn't work out like how I was going to get back out again. Which I was getting more and more worried. I was like, what happens if I get stuck here? Like, what do I do? Eventually I got out though, and they brought me down like next door to the ME hotel, and to their disabled toilet, which is so much better. Lots bigger, and I can actually move around in here, so I'm glad about that. Lydia and I are just going to go for a little wander around Covent Garden before she has to meet her mum, and then I'm going to head home because I am exhausted. But I will talk to you more at home about the actual like Disney thing we went to and talk you through it.
And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to.
So we've just come to this little ice cream place called Gelato, I can't even see it. But they've got like gelato, crepes and stuff in there. Lydia, we've met her mum and her cousin, not her cousin, her niece, so they've gone in there to get some ice cream for us. I'm finally back home now. I'm absolutely exhausted. It was really nice to go up there and to see Lydia and everything. But but I find I get even more exhausted when I'm doing it on my own. I think it's because I know that I have to like really concentrate, and like I'm obviously getting a bit anxious, I think, sort of making sure I know where I'm going, and like, will I get on the bus? Will I get off the bus? Will I get on a train? Will I get off the train? Will things be accessible? It's just a lot like to take on when you've got nobody else there. So yeah, by the time I get home, I feel shattered. But it was a nice day. The Disney thing was good. It wasn't very long, but then it does say that it's only like 45 minutes or something, so I didn't expect something like huge. I kind of feel like they missed a trick with it a little bit. Like, I feel like it could have been more. Like the rooms like were really cool and stuff, but like I personally think it would have been good if they'd had like characters there as well to like interact with, you know, like it was all about friendship, so like Mickey and Minnie, or like Donald and Daisy, or Chip and Dale, or like even like some characters that related to like the different rooms we went through. But then I love meeting a character, so that's just my my opinion. It was kind of like, I don't know how I would describe it. I suppose it's like a photo experience. It's basically just like you're going through these different rooms where you can take lots of different photos, and kind of you could interact with Snapchat. I haven't used Snapchat for I can't even remember the last time I used Snapchat. I tried to open up my Snapchat app that was on my phone, and it's not even logged in, and I have no clue what my login is, so we gave up with the whole Snapchat thing. But yeah, it was good fun. Lots to kind of look at. The only thing I would say is that it said on the like website that it was accessible, and it was to a degree. Like, I could get my wheelchair round, but there was a lot that wasn't very accessible. So like, yes, they could call it accessible, but they could have done a lot more to make it more accessible, basically. So like, there was the room that was like Lilo and Stitch. The activity was that you could like stand on a surfboard and go surfing and stuff, and now obviously that's not something I could do because, let's face it, I would have fallen off. And so I kind of felt, oh, okay, that's one thing I've got to miss out on. There was the Lion King room, which had the swings, which I did manage to get on because I was able to transfer from my chair into the swing. But obviously if you're not able to transfer, that's another thing you're not able to do. So there's quite a lot of stuff already that as a wheelchair user you may not be able to take part in. And I think that would be a real shame, because like, certainly doing the swing thing, that was probably the best bit for me. I think that was a shame. There was a room with like, for Mickey and Minnie, where it had like boxes hanging down from the ceiling, and like inside each box was like lots of like drawings and stuff of like different characters. So like one box would be Minnie, another one would be Donald, Pluto, etc. And like, I could enjoy them, so like I was able to get my wheelchair underneath and like look up, but people were kind of taking photos of themselves with like that as the background, but because I was so low down I couldn't do that. And then right at the end there's this bit where you could go and like have your photo taken on like a sort of photo booth thing, and basically you couldn't really see me. The photos in the kitchen, but we went back as like far as we could, and you could still only see like a bit of my face in the photo, which I think was a real shame, because again, it was just something that wasn't massively accessible. It would have been nice to have a nice photo of me and my friend to print out, but I mean, the one that I've got makes me laugh because it's just ridiculous. Like, Lydia's like up here and I'm like the little head down here. So that was a bit frustrating. I kind of like, part of me thinks like, oh, I might just send Disney an email and say like, yes, it was accessible and I did have a good time, but there were quite a lot of things about it that weren't accessible, and basically just say if they have any other events that they do at all and they want to like improve their accessibility, then I'm more than happy to go and help them. I have offered, I think, before, and it's never been taken up. And I wish companies like would allow disabled people to help them, because I know so many disabled people who offer help to companies to make things more accessible, and like 9 times out of 10 companies just don't take them up on the offer. And it's a real shame, because like obviously as disabled people we kind of know what would make things more accessible, and so yeah, it's a bit frustrating when you're offering your knowledge and stuff and it doesn't get taken up. But anyway, I might write to them and just, you know, I've got nothing to lose, have I? So yeah, it was fun. It was just a little bit frustrating, like some of the accessibility issues, but it was, you know, it is what it is. I also feel like they missed a trick with the merchandise shop at the end. So they had, I think it was meant to be like all about tech. So there was like the bit at the end where you go into like the merch place and you put on like a VR headset, and then you could design your own like t-shirt or jumper or something. We didn't do it because it was just, I couldn't really get in there, it was too crowded, and I couldn't get my wheelchair in there and stuff basically, so we kind of gave up on that again. But I don't know, like I feel like they could have had a lot more merch there, and I feel like they would have probably sold quite a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, it would have been amazing like if they'd had like a special pin for that experience, or even if they'd been selling like plushes or like other Disney stuff, even from the Disney store, because like, let's face it, none of us can go to Disney stores unless we live near London. I just think if they'd had a bit more stuff there, then they may well have made some more sales, and I mean, I certainly would have looked around it and stuff. So yeah, I just kind of feel like it was good, but I feel like they've missed a trick with the whole thing. Like, it could have been, they're Disney and it could have been so much better. But it was good. Like, it was fun seeing Lydia. We had a good time. We laughed and had a good time. And then we went to it was Gino de Campo's restaurant in London. I mainly chose it because it was nearby and the menu looked quite nice. So we went there. My meal was really nice, but I felt so guilty because I could barely eat any of it. I mean, this is a problem that I have a fair amount when I go to like restaurants and stuff, because places always have such huge portions, and like, I mean, I would struggle to eat a kid's portion, and I don't want to have to go for a kid's menu all the time, because like I like the stuff that's on the like grown-ups menu. But I do just end up feeling really guilty because you get this like huge meal in front of you, and then it literally looks like I've just like picked at it a bit, which is all that I've been able to manage. But I don't know what the answer is, whether you could just ask for a smaller portion. A lot of places won't do that. I know I've tried before, and they're like quite strict about, they just seem to want to give you like what's on the menu. But anyway, it was nice, and yeah, we had a nice chat in there and had a little drink and a catch up, and then we went to Covent Garden, which was just like across the road, and we met Lydia's mum and her niece in there, and we decided to try and find an ice cream place, and there was a nice little ice cream place just like on the outskirts of Covent Garden, and it had like a little outside terrace, so we sat on the terrace in the sunshine. It felt lovely, it felt like summer. So the sun was shining. I had some tiramisu ice cream, which was delicious, and yeah, we just sat there for a little while enjoying our ice cream, and then I headed home, and I am now home, and I'm gonna flop because I'm chattered. But thank you for watching this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it. The Disney thing, I believe, is going to a couple of other places in the UK, and then it's also going to, I think the guy said it was going to Germany next, so I think it's kind of touring around a bit. I will put the website like in the description bar so that you can check out where it's going and everything. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed seeing it and enjoyed a bit of Disney magic. Let me know what other videos you'd enjoy seeing. I'm not always like going out and stuff, so it's kind of hard to know what to film. But let me know what sort of stuff you'd like to see, because it's always good to know what you enjoy watching. If you've enjoyed watching this and you'd like to see more, do give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment and I'll have a little chat with you in the comments. And I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!